Hi, I'm Michael Millard, your Fleet Captain, and this is another edition of the Fleet Captain video series. Today we're going to focus on safety. We decided to focus on safety as a result of Sunday's weather situation, which went from a lovely sailing day to a very windy and potentially dangerous situation. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. Our waterfront staff, our sailing staff, our launch drivers were all fantastic and performed a great job bringing boats in. The other thing that was fantastic to see, and really was in large part why it passed without a lot of incident, is that the sailors didn't panic. That was key. We learned a number of lessons and were reminded of a number of things that we have to remember before we go out in any small boat, from kayak to Ideal 18 to power boats. A number of things you have to have, required items. The first, of course, is a life jacket. Always go with a life jacket and put it on. Second, have a fully charged radio. Make it handy. Don't put it away. When you need it, you're going to want it handy. Have a whistle. A whistle is an important item to get somebody's attention, especially if you're in a small boat. Think of it if you're in a kayak. A whistle is a very handy item. And of course, every boater, every sailor has to have a personal knife, and like your radio, it needs to be handy. Before you get in the boat, not only do you need to have this equipment, you should have a very good idea of what the weather is going to be that day. It's your responsibility to understand the conditions you're in to determine whether you should go out. Whenever you get in your boat, especially in Ideal 18, make sure you have the proper safety equipment. Check each boat. It's important to note. Do it every time. Look for the 2 life jackets, the white bucket, the handheld pump, and the anchor. An anchor is an absolutely important item, and we never think of using it. It would have been very good and handy on Sunday. File a float plan. Let the launch drivers know where you're going, and I particularly think this is important if you're in a kayak or any kind of small boat. Let them know where you're going, when you expect to be back. That's all. Have a safe summer. Make sure you go out in the boats with these items. These are small tips that every sailor needs to remember, and I hope you enjoyed this second edition of the Fleet Captain video series.